What's up, everybody? It is me, KiNGAlpha. Hope everybody is doing great. So I got a little video for you here, guys. Hopefully this is another little guide that can really help out a lot of the beginning players coming into Bannerlord. I have not fully been able to really dive into the 1.1 version of Bannerlord in terms of the fact of a lot of the mods that I have currently aren't working with the 1.1 version. They haven't been updated, so I'm waiting for that to obviously be updated. However, I wanted to make this little guide here because I feel like a lot of people maybe don't understand how to always constantly have either max troops, or like after losing a huge amount of troops, how you can basically always ensure that you can more or less have a maxed out army or a very experienced army 24/7. So this is more or less just a guide on how to train your troops in Bannerlord. Now, yes, fighting is going to be the key thing here, and obviously yes, them fighting and upgrading through fights is a big thing as well. However, there's two other key ways that you can really like just make sure your troops are maxed out. Now there's a couple things though. You do need to make sure that, for one, you do have good prosperity, so your income is not like crazy out of balance. So you do have good income in terms of you having a castle or a village. You having a castle or a town that provides you good income, so you're not like out of balance in terms of your money, in terms of workshops as well. But another thing as well is perks. You're gonna need perks that are really gonna basically ensure that you can, at any time more or less have your troops maxed. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go into the perk side of things. One quick thing I'm going to say is, in terms of battles, now that the 1.1 version is out, you can have gangs and things like that now. So you can get your roguery up, which will give you extra percentage of battle loot every time you're fighting, which is pretty huge if you think about it, because of the fact that you'll be getting more and more items that you'll be able to use to level up, like your units and stuff. Anyways, you have to come all the way over here to steward. Steward is the big one here. I still prefer leadership over steward. However, steward is still something big that you should make sure that you do level up anyways. Now, the skills are called Paid and Promise and Giving Hands. Now, let's say you're in your campaign right now as well and you don't have these two. Please make sure you go to the arena master, you talk to him, and you redo your skill. You pay him to basically redo your steward skill, so you can make sure you have Paid and Promise and Giving Hands. This is a big one. These two are big in terms of, depending on your campaign. A lot of people are playing just for like kingdoms and stuff. These two skills are basically the most important in terms of the fact of basically making sure that your troops can be maxed out constantly, and you can have elite units when it comes to fighting the NPCs that are, or the AI in general. So especially in the beginning. Anyways, when you get Paid and Promised, you obviously get the party leader minus 25% companion wages and recruitment fees. However, you also get quartermaster. Discarded armors are donated to troops for increased experience. It is huge. It is huge, because there's a lot of times where you're gonna sometimes fight an army that's like almost even full of like recruits, and you can get a lot of like those just wooden hammers, and those wooden hammers can basically max out your troops if you really wanted to. And the next one is Giving Hands. Discarded weapons are donated to troops for increased experience, and this is just, it's just amazing. Now these two perks, after you got these two perks, we can now finally go and show you guys how this really works. So you come over to your inventory. Obviously you can just select the single ones. Now I want to state this, of course, make sure whichever items you are going to be donating, you're not trying to sell. If you're in the early game, this isn't something that's really good to use. However, mid to late game, it's humongous, because if you're traveling across and you're trying to get your troops experienced, you really want to make sure that when you are fighting and getting the loot, you can immediately make sure your troops are experienced up. Now each weapon and everything shows the amount of experience it can give. So this one is a cracked Corsair Lance. It gives 250 XP. It usually kind of depends on the weapons here as well. So as we can see here, it goes down to 150. This is a tier 2. Tier 1 is a 75. This is a tier 2, so it goes to 150. And then the same thing with tier 3. So it goes up based off of the tiers. I don't have like amazing stuff here because of the fact that this is just a generic load that I had to do up. So I don't have the full numbers, but obviously you guys can kind of just go onto your campaign and do it yourself. So in my current party, I have about 300 units or somewhat, but I don't have everyone fully maxed out, experienced and everything like I would want to. So all you need to do is, and obviously again, make sure that you're not selling something you don't want. If you aren't, just lock it or whatever. So just hit send over, and it tells you the amount of experience that you need. So he says your troops will gain 1975 experience for donating weapons. They can gain a maximum of 30,828 experience. So I can just keep going to each of the things that I don't want, and we're not even at the cap yet. Now, another thing that is cool is that if you get a lot of the horse like harnesses and things, you can actually donate these as well. And once you donate these, the horses don't count, by the way, so don't donate horses, and don't donate any of these meats or anything like that. It's only weapons, armors, and like for example the harnesses and things. So after we do this, we just basically hit experience, we lose all the items, comes over here, and then when you go to your party, you now have 23 upgrades. So you can just basically go like this, whichever line you want to do, and now you pay that fine, pay the amount of resources, and now you basically have a more elite army, to fight with coming into any big battle. This can be a huge thing, and I know some people don't really think about it, but this can be a huge thing in terms of the fact of when you're going versus some other armies, and you just needed to recruit a lot of recruits, and you need to get your experience up, but you have a lot of items just sitting in your inventory, and you have decent money. You can donate these weapons, armor, and everything like that to basically ensure that you have an elite army versus the AI or whatever. So I hope this guide does help you guys out, because it is a huge one for me. I didn't know this until someone told me. I mean, obviously I've known for a while, but I'm just making this video now. So anyways, let me know if this guide has helped you guys out, especially for the people on console that probably don't know, and they're just going in wondering how are they going to compete versus the AI that sometimes just come at them with endless amount of like high units and stuff. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, have a good one, and definitely comment down below if you guys have any questions or anything. Peace.